Well, plumbing problems, deteriorating ceilings, and crumbling facades. Rundown apartments are a common sight in many urban areas. A reporter with the Oklahoman has been looking at rundown structures here in Oklahoma City and what residents can do to improve their living situation. Now, joining me now is William Crum to tell us more about the story running in this weekend's edition of the paper. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Now, what did you learn?
Problems are persistent, and officials say the law limits what they can do. Investors maintain properties in what many people consider to be poor condition, and the investors owe hundreds of thousands of dollars in property taxes and liens that have not been paid.
Wow. Oh my gosh, obviously that's dealing with a lot of money. So who will readers meet?
Well, Robbie Tate is 82 years old. She lives in northwest Oklahoma City, and she says a rundown, burned out apartment complex in her neighborhood has contributed to the deterioration of the neighborhood and has affected, in a negative way, the value of her property. James Greiner, the new city council member from Tate's neighborhood, says the abandoned complex is an eyesore that ought to be renovated or it ought to be knocked down. Joshua Roark, who is a resident of Stony Brook West, showed a reporter and photographer around his apartment. He showed us damage to the ceiling. He showed us where carpet that had been installed was pulled up from the floor, and there were nails sticking up. And he says he's got bed bugs.
Bed bugs. This is like little bitty ones that you can't hardly see until they crawl on your arms. We don't see very many roaches since we've been here.
Any other problems?
Nope, just the carpet and just the bed bugs.
Well, now what's ahead?
Well, the Oklahoman has reported that real estate investors see Oklahoma City as a market that is good for them, that will bring them a greater return on their investment than they might get in other cities. Questions that are raised by the story include whether investors who are from out of state can maintain properties in a manner that people consider to be run down and in a manner that negatively impacts their neighbors, and whether the city has much power to do anything about it.
Wow, interesting. Okay, so yeah, that obviously is thought-provoking. A lot of questions that can be answered from this. All right.
I think so. I think that it will be interesting reading in Sunday's paper.
And like he said, you can read more on the story in Sunday's Oklahoman. Thank you so much.
Thank you.